Right, there we go, sorted. That would be a dodgy USB cable. Right, so what are we up to? Can't remember now. Are you using wrist action, Jack?
You're damn right I am.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you targeting the one you've already hit?
I'm going to assume so because I'm just walking into the mess, frankly.
Well, Aiden fell with one straight away and then ambushed us.
Jesus Christ, Aiden.
No, it's the second one. Get out of it. Come on. It was the second darkness roll.
Well, no, it was that one wasn't audible though, was it? So we've discounted that. So it's kind of your first one. Aiden's got a camera as well now. You can see him playing with himself at the top. Right, what are you up to, Jack?
Well, I have shot at it and I have hit. Just trying to remind myself what my damage is because for some reason I'm struggling to open up the old sheet.
Okay.
Well, your wrist crossbow is 1d6 plus 2.
Okay, so that takes it to 1d6 plus 6, which is nice. So, marvellous. 1d6 plus 6. Oh, that would be 12.
8 endurance.
4 wounds.
So, was he on 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? You've killed it because it was 12.
Oh, well, if I'd known that, I would have gone, well, never mind. Pick a target, any target.
Aiden, who are you planning on slamming into?
I am going to teabag. Let's have a look. Has anyone been damaged already? Is there a damaged one?
No, Jack's finished it off.
So there's about.
All right. Okay. I'll just the one, whatever one deviant in front of me. I'm guessing.
Okay. Well, do you want Jack to try and soften it up for you, or do you want him to leave that one so it's fresh?
It really doesn't matter. I'll just lay about whoever's still standing.
Okay, Jack, you going for the one next to you then?
Yeah, may as well. I have hit. Done 11, so 3 wounds.
Okay, that's cool. So who's after Jack then? The bag.
And the scrote.
Oh, the scrote. The crawlers are 8. What's Vicky? 9.
Yeah.
Yep.
Over to you then, Vicky.
I've got one behind me, haven't I?
You got one to the north of you and one to the west of you.
Okay. But I will try stabbing it to start with.
You going for the one to the north?
I missed the first time. I critted the second time.
Cool.
Which is so 1d6. That's 6 plus my strength of 4. That is 10 damage.
Less the 8 is 2. 2 wounds.
Okay, third attack. I missed it. And now my wrist crossbow on the same thing. I need to hit.
Oh, 2.
My wrist crossbow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, plus 1 to hit. Oh, I rolled a 1. It's irrelevant.
You've got 2 ranged attacks now. You can level up.
9. You will have. Do I get an additional ranged attack now?
You went to level 3, didn't you? So at level 3, let's have a look. Yeah, Jack's right, because at level 3 the courtesan gets an extra ranged attack.
Oh, hang on. No, that's not right. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at 4. Yeah, get an extra range this level, extra melee next.
Okay, well I hit. So 1d6. 6. 8 damage, which does jack shit.
8 what, you saying jack shit?
Yeah.
I feel personally attacked. I need to say stop.
Right, it's the crawlers now. Doing a roll for behaviour. Aidan, do you want to use your flashy cam for behaviour?
2.
2. Okay, so they are doing. Don't know why I'm picking that up. So each crawler without a target moves towards the nearest accursed with the least amount of armour. Shit. And targets them.
Against me.
They also have an aversion to light. They don't like attacking anyone holding lights. That's you and Vicky out. Each attacks their target with bite. Bite is 1d6. On crit, you do 2d6. So I've got one next to me. So it hits on a 2+. Oh, sorry, it hits on a 6. Sorry, so that's missed. And that's it, isn't it? Because the rest can't get in. I guess there are 2 which would attack the necrobloat, I suppose. So 6+ to hit, that's missed with a 5, and then the next one has got a 2. So they've both missed the necrobloat. So it's Aidan, I think.
I've got initiative 6.
Much that. Not way too much. I jumped on.
Shall I slap the one that Jack slapped at to start with?
Jack took 3 wounds off it.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to get my spiky balls out. First attempt at a teabag. So it's a hit.
Cool.
Doing.
Oh, what's that, 4 and a...
That's 12 damage minus, that's 4 wounds.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So that takes it up to 7.
Right, and then I'll slap it again. That's a hit. Oh, it's actually the same damage. So that's another 12, so that's another 4.
Okay, so that puts it up to 11. Are you sure you don't get any extra pluses from your aggressive? Because it's one
No,
short
that's
of die.
that's including my aggressive.
Oh! It's health 12. You've done 11.
No.
You got nothing else like harsh language?
I can kick it in the balls.
Okay, so that's... What were you, initiative 6?
Uh-huh.
Oh, we're screwing up then, because the deviants are initiative 6, so they probably should have gone first.
Oh well.
Well, it's possible you'll have a sword and board off this. So the first deviant attacking you then, Adian, with its first attack is a 2, so that would have missed. And the next attack is a 4, so that would have hit you. So what do you want to...
So I'll go for a parry. So use one of my stabs. Bonk. 4 plus. Oh, 1. No.
Okay, well it's going to do... Oh, it's only rolled a 1, so the damage is 6.
I bounced the harmlessly off my armour.
Okay, cool. The next one, Vicky, do you want to take the hit or do you want me to take it? The one to the north of you.
Shall I take it?
It's going to be 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first attack does hit you, it's a 5.
I will evade it.
Okay. So it's rolled 5 plus 3, 8.
You're fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, that's rank.
Oh, I feel so good though.
Oh, God.
Oh.
I bet James heard that in stereo sound.
Oh.
God.
Oh, is that
That's
James?
right, my neighbour's felt it.
Oh, God.
Easy, Joe.
Who's, I can't see the one at the top, it's dark blue.
It's Logan Blackmoon.
Who's Logan Black? Do we know Logan Blackmoon, or is this individual unknown to us?
This is some new person just turned up and I'm just belching. Welcome.
That's horrendous. Right. Next attack on you,
Sorry,
Vicky.
you get your Twitch banned after this.
You're not going to get us banned. Vicky, that one missed. It rolled a 2, so you're okay on the next attack. The one behind Vicky, or to the left of Vicky's got to go on me.
James is like, was that the sound of a demon?
I'm going to put this attack on the Necrobloat, so it will be on a 4+ to hit, because the Necrobloat's -1 to hit. So it has hit it. And it's rolled a 2 plus its strength of 5. My Necrobloat has an endurance of 7. Oh, sorry, I'm talking rubbish there. It has an endurance of 3. So what did I do in total? 7. Take away the 3. So it's 4 damage. It's got 7 health. So it's got 3 life left. And the next attack on the Necrobloat. Oh, I've hit it as well. And it's killed it. So I've lost my Necrobloat. Oh, so I have to do an instability test.
Yep, Liam is now a gelding.
I don't want to fail this. No, there's plenty of 6s in there, so that's all good. So I'm not bothered about its death. Who's next?
I've already had mine go, remember, because I had mine out of turn.
Is it me?
Did all the crawlers go?
No, there's loads of crawlers behind us. There's like 7 of them.
Yeah, but aren't they initiative 8? Should they not have gone before everybody else?
They did. They attacked me. Only one of them could attack because they couldn't get in next to us.
But is there no... Okay. Yeah, there's no space at all.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fine.
just round. I'm gonna cast a, and I can't summon anything because the dice roll was a 1. So I'm gonna jab a crawler in the face. So the one behind me, I'm gonna try and hit. Oh crap! They're -1 to hit, aren't they? I'm gonna try and hit the deviant that Vicky started attacking. So 5+ is a miss. And go again. Well, do I have 2 attacks? No, maybe I don't. No, I've only got 1 attack, which is a shame because that second dice roll was a 6, so that's crap. Oh no, I've got a stiletto, so that gives me +1 melee attack, so that second one will count, so that's cool. So it's going to be a crit hit, so it's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, minus the 8, 3 more damage. So I think that's it, isn't it? Is it Darkness roll?
8.
Well, I got sacked because I failed, didn't I?
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, go on then, party leader. 4, cool. Right, Jack, you're up.
Right, are any of the ones around me not targeting me?
I think the
They
deviant.
attacked me, didn't they?
Yeah, so no, they're not.
Awesome. Right, that means I will be on +1 to hit and an extra 2 damage on everything for the first swing at least. Well, the swings with the axe. So, what would you like me to hit?
The one in front of Aiden's only got 1 life left.
So I'll cleave through him.
You would then cleave into Aiden.
Okay. Well, to be honest, I will probably wrist bow at him instead.
Yeah, makes sense.
So let's start with a wrist bow at the wounded one in front of Aiden then. That's a hit. Oh, God. 10 total.
Okay,
This is
cool.
endure.
8, so it'd be enough to kill it.
Thank God for that.
Cool. And then you've got one behind Aiden, which has taken 5 damage.
Okay. What's their life, sorry?
12.
Jesus Christ. Oh, it's 12. That was 18. Well, I can shoot it with the wrist bow. So the thing is, I'm struggling to see where I am because I've come into this a little late. Which blob am I?
You are currently, I'm going to put the pencil down next to you. You're right by the door.
Oh, okay. So I haven't actually got a lot of options with the axe at the moment. So I don't need to worry about saving those attacks.
You're going to go for the one behind Aiden?
Yes, certainly may as well. So in comes the mighty woodcutter's axe. Right. Oh, on +1 to hit, so that does hit. So 2d6 plus 2 plus... Okay, 2d6 plus 6. So, 5, 8, 14. So 6 wounds.
6 plus the 5.
11.
It's got 1 left. How irritating.
Have I got a different one in melee range?
No, because you've got Vicky and Aiden next to you.
Okay, in that case I'll just use the axe attack on it. So the second axe is a hit. And is... Oh dear, that's not great. That would be 10 total. So 2 wounds.
Okay. That's cool. So that will finish that one off.
Okay, so now I have one last wrist bow attack left. Has a range of 6, so what would you like shot?
Aiden, Vicky?
Where's the... Where am I? Oh, yeah.
Interesting sound.
Sorry?
Which would be my best shoot?
Well, there's loads of cruel... Well, there's a deviant behind Vicky. Might be worth making a start on that.
Okay.
That's one I injured.
No, that one's been killed.
Awesome.
That's a crit, so that's 12. So 4 wounds.
Okay, that's pretty decent.
And unspent.
Okay. I'm just sorting out the video feed because I don't think that's updated. Not the overhead one on Twitch.
Yeah, it's...
Because you've still got the 2 deviants in the doorway, I've noticed. So, let me just...
Oh, all the tech problems tonight.
I know, I'm not used to this. Usually it goes without a hitch.
What's the tech issue now?
Well, I think the overhead camera that's pointing down isn't updating. So I'm just going to sort that out.
Look like it. And there's a very jerky video
That's
on the
Aiden's.
Warden.
Yeah, no, that's me in the background. Wandering over to the
Where is
PC.
she twerking?
Yeah, thanks for the moral support, Aiden. Right, there we go. I've just deactivated it and reactivated it, kicked it into life.
You stood on top. Oh, my monsters have disappeared.
I don't know what happened. I think the USB hub just died or something, killed the mic and killed the camera. I'm gonna have a shot because I need it.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, Vicky, you've got one behind you if you want to stab it.
I shall endeavour to do so. Yeah, I hit it. So 5,
I'm sorry.
9.
I think it was
It's
lovely.
not like I slaved over it. Open a packet.
It's all good.
Are you in trouble, Aiden?
I didn't eat all my couscous.
Voice there.
You're like a child
I'm
being.
the man of the house.
Jesus Christ, this is a man who's seen active service but will still sound like a scalded 4-year-old. Over the couscous.
I did 9 damage, so I'm guessing that's 1 wound.
Yeah, it will be. Do we get to see the half-eaten plate on your beer can?
No, it's gone, but you can see.
Is that a
Like,
crumb?
and again, so in the hope that Camden sponsor me. Hey Camden, if you're watching the game, this is a good game to play.
Is that a great?
I've just done another 2 wounds.
Oh, nice one. So it's up to 7 now, I think.
Yeah, and I'm gonna.
You evaded an attack marker, didn't you?
Yeah.
Aggressive defense should have missed. Forgot all your skill.
Huh?
That's a good point.
Defense should have been used. You evaded attack.
Only have a weapon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You've got
Should I
aggressive
hit the
defense now. Yeah.
Is he still there, or is he already dead?
No, he's still there.
Okay, I'll attack him in a minute. Because I'm in the middle of my wrist bow action. So I do 1d6 plus 2 plus 3. So 1d6 plus 5. I missed. Okay. And I missed again. Okay, I missed both my wrist bow attacks. So shall I go back and do my aggressive defense?
Yeah, you would have had a chance to hit it when it. Is it when it misses you?
No, it's when I evade.
Oh,
But
okay.
you had the keyword sword quit and you evade, which I did, an incoming attack.
Yeah.
I may deal melee attack against my attacker after they have dealt their attacks. When they've
Yeah.
dealt their attack, I will try and hit it back. I critted it.
Nice. Well, it's probably dead then, isn't it?
So it's 1d6 plus 4, so I've only done 10 damage.
Oh, 2 more wounds. They're tough buggers.
Yeah.
They're up to 9. Aiden, is that a grain of couscous on your can?
No, it's a bogey. That probably is a grain of couscous. Yeah, it is a grain of couscous.
Is that the bit you didn't eat?
It's the bit that got away. Couscous that got away.
Well, it's almost, well, what's it on? It's on 9 wounds out of 12 at the moment. So it's now the deviants go. So Vicky, do you want to take this in case you're aggressive defense it?
Go for it.
Okay, so it hits on a 3+. So it has hit you.
I will, funnily enough, I'll evade.
Okay. So it does d6, done 3 plus 5 damage, 8.
Yeah, I ride that. So has he got another attack?
He has, yeah, but you get to do your aggressive defense first, don't you?
I may deal 1 melee attack against my attacker after they have dealt their attacks. Plural.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'll get again.
Right, so next attack then, and it misses, it rolled a 2, so you get to go now.
Cool. Yeah, I hit just. Why do I get +1 to hit? No. No.
On site.
I missed it.
Okay. I've just realised that we didn't do the crawlers either because they're initiative 8, so they would have actually gone before the deviants. Aidan, do you want to roll for the crawlers' behaviour? See what they do. 2. So they're going for the target of the lowest armour again, which is pain. So they're going to go for me. Yeah, but they can move through Accursed. So there's going to be more of them hitting me this time.
What's your armour, Liam?
It is. Let's have a look. I have an armour rating of 3.
Wow.
Yeah, alright.
Mine was low on 5, but...
Yeah, no, it's pretty crap. Because most armour comes off medium grade stuff, which I can't use because it affects like source channeling. So anyway, first crawler, the one to north of Vicky, hits me. It misses. The one kind of diagonally southwest of me, it's hit me. Fecker. On a crit hit, roll 2d6. What? I'm going to try and evade this. So he's rolled 3, that was lucky, plus its pitiful strength of 2, so 5. So I will mitigate all of that, but I've lost a stamina dodging it. And the last one hits on a 6. Oh, fuck's sake. That would be another 6. So I'll have to evade this as well. Oh, that's not good. 8, 10. So my evasion does actually... No, it doesn't. Because with a crit hit, you don't get to use your armour, do you?
Only your base armour.
You still get to do evasion, don't you?
Yeah, you get all your evasion plus your base armour, which is whatever your endurance is.
Okay, my agility's 3, so that gives me, well, that's 3, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 evasion, I think. So half that rounded down. Is that 7? He's done 8. No, he's done 10, so I'm going to take 3 wounds.
Liam, what's your endurance?
2, so it should be 9 reduction, mate.
That's a good point. So I lose a wound. Thank you. I've got no stamina left, so I'm a bit screwed. Aidan, over to you.
Let's have a look. Where am I? What's that one to the south of me?
South of you is Vicky. You're there right by the door. There is a crawler to the left of you.
So I can't actually move, basically.
No, I mean if you did kill the crawler to the left of you though, you could maybe shoot, but then you wouldn't have your crossbow in your hand, I suppose.
No, right, bollocks to it. I'll just hit the old crawler with my balls of steel. Doing 16 damage, whatever its endurance is.
You've gone really quiet, Aidan. What was that?
What's its endurance?
It's endurance 8.
What, that little crawler's endurance 8?
Oh no, sorry, endurance 4.
I was about to say, bloody hell. I've just done 12 damage to it with my first attack.
Okay, well it's got 6 life, so it's well and truly dead.
Oh, okay. Now what to do with my second action? I mean, I could move up, or I could get stamina back maybe for next round.
I think that was your second action, wasn't it? Because the attack phase is in the second phase.
Oh, is it? Alright, well I might as well have just got stamina back then, and then attacked.
Yeah, because you've got the stamina back in your first phase because you didn't go anywhere.
So on that, I'm just going to go scratch my nuts.
Who's next? Is it me?
Yep.
So we've actually got. What was it? Did you roll a 4, Vicky?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to get 5 sauce. Sorry, Vicky?
You can bring us straight to life.
Could bring a scrape to life. Which is not a bad idea because I can't fit golem down, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to spend 3. And I'm going to stick it. It's not actually really going to help me though, is it? Because it's never going to be an eligible target. And if I bring the scrote up and it gets in the way of Aiden, mind you I can fly it.
Why don't you just decay this time instead?
Also, mind that the scrote is going to go well before Aiden, mate.
Yeah, there's nowhere for it to go though.
It doesn't go before you though, Jack. Oh, in fact, it will get to move now actually. So that's fine because I can just bring it up and then fly it to the back of the pack.
So I'm going to be respoing it anyway, I think.
Right.
I will try and stiletto the deviant that Vicky already laid into. So I need like a, oh that's cocked. I need a 4+ to hit, so failed. Second attack is a 4. So that will hit, and it's d6 damage. Rolled a 6, +2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, because I get an extra strength from the necro blow. So 12 minus the 8 is 4.
Does that make it dead now?
Was it on 5? Yeah,
9,
it is.
4 is 13.
Yeah, they only need 12 life, so it's dead. Cool. And that's me done, so darkness roll.
Not me.
Vicky, you doing darkness?
I rolled a 2.
2, that's good. So Jack?
Okay. Well,
Murderized.
better off not moving up so Aiden's got room to charge in, or Vicky to go in and bounce back. So, what's the furthest away one I can reach in my range of 6? I think I can hit the back, can't I?
Yeah, easily.
Right, well, let's go for it.
Let's put pencil down.
Out by, put it to 6. Never mind.
5.
So, that is 10 damage.
Nice. Well, they're only endurance 4, so it's well and truly dead.
So,
Oh.
okay, so I in fact need to do 10 to kill.
Yeah.
That's handy. Attack number 2, let's go for the one next to it then. Yeah, that's dead. Right.
Crit. Okay. Are you done, or you got any more tricks?
That's my lot, I think. I need to leave the way clear for the other 2 hitters, because Vicky can move in and move out and still leave room for Aiden to charge.
How many of them are left?
4 left.
4. Oh, well, I think the scrape should go next. Can it fly in and do anything?
Can't attack, sadly.
Oh.
All it can do is flap around and look ugly.
Look like a saggy sack on a pair of wings.
How many spaces am I away from this sprawler?
You're only 1 space away if you move to the left one.
In which case, I'm not going to move and regain my stamina back. I'm going to then step forward by 1 using my rapier.
Yeah.
Oh, we've lost Vicky's audio.
Is Vicky gone?
No, I'm still
Right.
here.
There you go. It's all stabilised again.
She just wasn't talking at that point, mate.
They do have 4 endurance, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, that mitigates my strength. I've done 3 wounds to it.
Okay, so it's got 3 left.
So I'm going to hit it again. I hit it. I've critted it. It's dead.
Okay, cool. Are you staying where you are, or are you bouncing away after that?
Make sure there's enough room for the old Black Knight to get in there and swing his balls about.
Who's next to me currently?
Well, I'm to the north.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, it'd be safe if there's no air attack. You should.
Because you can't flip your melee and then you have to do your range.
Really?
Liam, you can't flip between your melee and ranged attacks, can you? You have to do all your melee and then all your ranged.
I don't know if you have to, actually, to be fair. I think the rules just say you can do as many attacks as you've got options. I'll have a quick look. We've never really been in this position before because we don't usually chop and change weapons around.
Well, I'm not chopping and changing because I've got my bow attached to my arm.
Let's have a look. Da, 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 da. Just trying to find it. So it just says melee attacks. To deal a melee attack, a character must be adjacent to their target. So it just says to deal a melee attack. It doesn't say to deal all of them in one go.
Well, that's annoying.
What are you playing? So I think you can, Vicky. I think you can chop and change around.
Okay, in which case I will do my wrist bow next on the back row.
Okay.
Well, I've missed the first one and I've missed the second one, so I won't do that. I am then gonna. You can't get through there, Aiden, can you?
Nope. I need space.
The problem is I can't step back and not hit anything. I have to, if I'm going to use my rope, I have to step and hit.
One in front of you.
Yeah, there's one to the left of me, Vicky. You can hit it on a diagonal and then move.
That's. I will do that. I hit it. And I've done 2 wounds to it.
Okay, cool. And then you're moving, I take it.
Step diagonally north.
Okay. Oh, right, yeah, with you. So, the crawlers are then going to go. Do you want to roll for behaviour, Aiden? No, not again. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Special dice.
In fact, they're going for me, so I don't think they'd move that far. Right, I might be in trouble here. So first one has missed, the second one has missed, and the third one has missed. It's rolled off the screen, but it's a 5. Got lucky there. Aiden, you're up.
Right. Let's see, where am I?
You are here.
Right, okay, so...
They moved annoyingly.
Yeah, so if I move into that corner, does it cause mayhem?
Well,
If I move there, does that completely block Jack off, does it?
No, because he's got his wrist bow.
Alright, okay. I'll do that then. Yeah, that's all I can do, really. I'll just...
well, you can, or you could have at the start of your turn. You could have actually switched over to a crossbow. I don't know if it's better or
I only
worse.
get one shot with a crossbow, though, don't I?
Is it just one shot?
Yeah, just one shot with a crossbow. So I might as well do that and guarantee I'm going to murder it, surely.
Yeah.
Right, murderization coming up. So that's a hit. Doing.
Oh, what's that?
15. So that's 11 damage.
Yeah.
11.
It's well and truly dead. And then you're a bit stuck.
Can I like just throw my balls at it and pick it up?
Well,
a sword.
it might be worth considering, because this happens to you quite a lot, because you tend to murder one thing standing next to you, but unless you're in the thick of it, you've got nothing left. So there may be some merit to you dropping your gladiator manica and actually going for a wrist crossbow as well.
Yeah, that may be worth thinking about. Absolutely.
Because the thing with the wrist crossbows is because they're constantly attached to you, you don't have to swap weapons, they're always available.
Yeah.
Liam, you can't use a shield with a wrist crossbow.
Oh, can you not?
No.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Right, good idea.
Well, this is only happening because you keep rolling 2 on behaviour, so they're kind of flocking to me. Otherwise, they would have been all over us, to be fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so Aiden's gone. I'm next.
On the way.
No, well, I'm gonna stay put, get a stamina back, and I would actually have enough stamina to summon a golem. So bollocks to it. I'm going to do that because I just need these things dead. So I'm going to put the golem at the back, and I forgot to move the necroblow, which is a pain. So I'm going to roll to stab the crawler that's next to me. So I'm going to hit on a 4+, missed, and my second attack crits it. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, less the 4. I think it's dead. And then my golem is famous for not hitting. He hits on a 4+, so I'm going to try and hit the other one. Actually, I tell a lie, it's 5+, isn't it? Because they're -1 to hit those crawlers. So I don't know if we cocked up at any point.
Probably.
And golem's missed. So end of the turn, darkness roll.
Oh, on it. 2 again.
Cool. Can you nail that pissing thing, Jack?
I suppose I can, as you've asked so nicely. Wrist roll for the win. Wrist roll does give us +1 to hit, doesn't it?
It does, but that's mitigated by the fact they're -1 to hit.
In that case, no. I can't on the first attempt. I can on the second attempt. Yeah. That's not. Roll a 6.
Nice.
Dead.
Yeah.
Is it gone?
Yeah.
Cool, we're out of combat, that's great. So the reward for that, you'd have to count up the souls. So there are 4 deviants with 4 souls each.
4 each.
And what do we have? 5, 7 crawlers at 3 souls each.
1, 5, 6. 3 of us will get 9, and 1 of us will get 10.
Who wants 10? Are you taking it for 10, Vicky?
Yeah, why not?
Actually, can we give the 10 to Jack, because he actually had no souls. The rest of us had 1.
No, not now. Yeah, of course you can.
That puts us all on 10 souls then, which is nice. And we get a loot card for that as well. So, see what that is. So the loot is... Oh, it's interesting. Throwing daggers, if anyone wants it. I'll stick it in front of the camera. So...
Probably that.
Can't really use them.
Yep.
I don't know if they're useful for you, Aiden. They're only range 4. They do 1d6 damage, which isn't very high, but they do give you +1 ranged attacks. So it's
Is
not...
it a miscellaneous type weapon, is it?
It's a ranged weapon. It's not as punchy as your crossbow, but it will give you 2 attacks as opposed to 1.
Well, I mean, if no one else is going to carry them, because of my strength, I can sort of carry extra bits and bobs, can't I? So if no one else wants them, I'll just...
Well, they might be useful against low-grade targets like crawlers.
Low stand stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Vicky, Jack, you right with that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, Aiden is throwing daggers. I'm going to set the world on fire, but better than nothing. The rest of us can do stuff now, so the door's already open, so does anyone want to go anywhere?
Well, we need to finish exploration, don't we?
Yeah, we can't do it to the start of the next turn, because we've already gone past the exploration step.
No, I'm happy where I am.
Aiden, are you stepping forwards, or are you
Yeah, just move me closer to the door.
Okay, cool. So I'm not going to bother moving. Well, I'll move my necklace group. So it's then end of the turn. So darkness roll.
Oh, I've got
I totally forget.
You doing darkness, Vicky?
Yep. A 3.
Okay, cool. And so then we go straight into exploration, which is an intersection with 3 exits. The game hates me. So it's going to move on to a grey, so there'll be nothing nasty here. Which direction do you guys want to go in?
Forwards.
Yeah, let's just go forwards.
Fair enough. Oh, I'm knocking everything everywhere. I'm not having a very good run at it tonight.
It's because we started at 8.
I know, obviously 8 doesn't work. So, is anyone not running? Does anyone need to get stamina back?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Aiden?
Sorry, say again?
Are you running, Aiden, or do you need to get stamina back?
No, I'm at full stand, so I can run as required.
Okay. So
Don't forget, I've got my old stag boots, so I'll move 5 anyway.
Just head to the door and get it open.
okay. So Jack, you going into stealth?
Damn right I am.
So are you running, or are you gonna chip off the stamina?
I'll run so I can be in position. So I'm fine to drop the 1 stamina. I am. So go stealth, then run.
Yeah. Go
Okay.
large.
Okay, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to get stamina back, so I'm gonna go slow and put my scrote next to me and my big balls behind me.
The old flying saggy sack.
Aiden's got enough to open the door, so the door's open.
Yeah,
So,
I'll open the door.
Straight into darkness world again, Vicky.
Yeah. A 2.
2, that's cool. So straight into exploration is an idol room which has a chest in it. So
Great big shiny breast. Chest, sorry.
I'm loving your narration of the general landscape.
Can the room go that way? Because it only gives us 1 step to go into.
Yeah, and I set it up wrong. It should go like this. And the door goes to the south, which I'll set up in a minute.
Please remember you can move on the steps diagonally.
You don't like hardcore mode then?
Not when it comes to steps.
The other one.
I know, steps were pretty hardcore in the day, weren't they? Right, so there's a door down here. It's gonna go. Do one of you want to roll for the event? Because it's gonna move on to red.
Do you say I'm rolling again?
Yeah, got to see if it's monsters or an event card.
Monsters, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Who?
Okay, so there's an environment card in here, and there's a chest as well. So the environment card is Sacrificial Altar. So a golden platter lies in the centre of a stone altar surrounded by dried blood. It has a single piece of couscous on it. You get the impression that it was used for sacrifices.
The one that got away.
By spending a search action within this room, you may sacrifice some of your blood and see if anything happens. Choose how many wounds you wish to suffer, up to 5, then roll 1d6 and add a number of wounds you have suffered to the total. If you score 7+, an item appears and you may take 1 rare loot card. Score anything less and this attempt has failed and cannot be attempted again. So if someone wants to give up some blood,
I am willing to go because I'm on full health and I've got and I've got enough bandages to turn myself into mummy. I'm willing to go for the full fandango and go 5.
well, we've got one for
once by each person.
it's once period because then you discard it. So we've got 1 volunteer so far. Anyone else up for it?
I'll go because I get 1 wound back a turn, but as Aidan pointed out, he has got a huge amount of healing, which I don't have access to.
And I've got 16 wounds anyway, as well.
How many wounds do you get?
I've got a maximum of 15.
Yeah, to health aside, there's no real difference, but I think Jack should do it so we can save the bandages for when we really need them.
Yeah, can do.
I know we've got loads, but there's no point wasting them if Jack can get the health back.
I think party leader has overruled you, Aidan.
Yeah, that's fine.
Would you like to roll a dice and see what your sulking result
Just
is?
don't roll a 1.
Just actually. Being cautious on it because I can't perform an action and stay still.
Oh, we back to Aidan then.
Oh, I still think you should do it.
I'm still being told I've got to sacrifice myself. This is being a ongoing theme.
I would say that's bullying.
Is that cyberbullying?
I'm actually just going to go with its. What exactly would be the phrase in your home life where you're being just gently tormented to the point where you hurt yourself?
Living?
Not quite gaslighting.
Well, I'll let you guys argue the toss because in the meantime I'm going to set up monsters. We got 1d3 plus 3 scorn hunters, so can someone roll a dice please?
6.
Vicky.
6? What the
Oh, she's trying to hurt me.
The first high number I've rolled all night.
Right, I'll get a beer in that case.
Yeah, get a beer. I'll write the stats down.
6. 6, bloody 6.
Oh, we did the monsters first or golfing first?
Well, you can't do the alt.
When's that?
Yeah, you can't do the search action until you've cleared out the room.
Okay.
Which actually
Gives us a better idea of who we're going to pick.
Yeah, me doing it makes sense then.
Okay, well there's all the archers. Yeah, I think that's how they would go because they've all got line of sight on someone. So stat wise. So those are the Scorn Hunters. And the stats are they have endurance of 7, which is still pretty high. They've got 1 attack, they hit on a 4+, damage is 5. And do you want to roll for a perk, Vicky?
3.
Okay. So the perk is a 3, they've got fire arrows, so quick shot, critical hits also set you on fire and ignite you.
Oh, deep choice.
Yeah, they've got health of 11, move of 4, and their initiative 4, which is actually pretty low, so hopefully we can chew through some of these quite quickly. So Jack, you're up.
I think we all go for them, but you.
Yeah, that's cool. What are you up to, Jack?
Right. Can you move me into the room and put me... let's go for... I think the top floor was better, isn't it? So... if you stick me, so I am 3 squares in from the right, 1 square down from the top. See what I mean? So I'm in range of 3 of them.
So if I've got that right, you're where the pencil is.
No, diagonally up 1.
Okay.
Yeah, so diagonally up to my right, just 1. 4 of them have got line of sight from that position.
Okay, cool.
So,
What's their endurance?
7.
And their health?
11.
11.
Okay.
You got the rating.
Yeah. So, first attack coming out of stealth with the big axe. So, if I've got this one right, it's going to be an all-lightning whack. So, 2d6 plus 4, 2d6 plus 8 minimum. So, first attack. It's just a normal hit, because I can't miss.
The beer's back.
Super strength.
The beer is back on the beer can.
Yeah, this is a Shahalian.
Are you going to show off the logo for sponsorship purposes?
I will do once I've drunk some so I don't spill it. But this is from our Scottish brethren by the mountain of Shahalian.
Lovely that. Awesome.
18 wounds. No,
18
damage. So 11 wounds, which means it's dead.
It is literally just nailed it. Which one was that? Is that the one to the right of you, Jack?
Yeah.
First northern one.
Okay,
Now
go on.
Cleveland.
Then cleaving. So cleaving south of him,
Yep.
I have hit. Because he's not had a chance to target me yet, I still get my extra 2, which is nice. So 2d plus 6. Good. Not too bad. A 14. So 7 wounds.
That's pretty decent.
So I think that's going to have to be second melee attack on him.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
11.
Well, I've done 16.
That's in dead then.
Yeah. 11 wounds, going to nail him, isn't it?
Yep. And Cleve?
And cleave. The big axe is handy. That's cool.
Well, if we can set this up right and get Aidan and Vicky in decent positions, we can probably nail these.
That one's not so good. That's 9. So 2 wounds.
Okay. Any wrist action?
Damn straight there is. I'm going to stick with
Have
one.
you not got third attack?
No, I don't have 2. I don't have 1 yet. Not that.
Yeah, we're not all like you, Vicky.
Sorry.
Some of us just have couscous and beer.
The glorious combination. Don't you forget it.
That's good to me. I'll just have beer. Right, so that one there is 10 damage on the first wrist bit, so another 3 wounds.
3 wounds. Okay, cool. That takes up to 5.
Awesome. Right, and one more wrist bow at him. It's a hit. 9, so 2 more wounds.
7. So not quite dead because they got 11. Oh, maybe Vicky can finish that one. Okay, Vicky, you're up next.
Yeah. Where can I go that's not in Aiden's way? I don't want to be diagonally down from Jack.
Well, if you go there, you can still move away. You can move on to the step. Fine.
Well, one crazy option, I don't know if this floats your boat, is you could 1, 2, 3, 4, you could go where the number 1 dice is, hit the one to the south of Jack, and then move afterwards with your rapier move, and then move again at the start of your next attack to go where the second dice is and hit the same guy again, because it brings you round the back of Jack, leaving space for Aiden to then come in and hopefully do some cleave action down south.
You'd have to get the old Witcher sword out.
Stairs.
Just thinking of trying to better place Aiden, because we're not using his cleave very well at the moment.
Well, the thing is, I'm using the old balls of steel a lot at the minute, aren't I? Because they're so consistent with hitting.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
But I'll go wherever. If I can get a good old cleave action off, then I'll get the old Witcher sword out.
So,
okay, well let me come down to where dice number 1 is.
okay, so forward on.
3 to hit, so I hit it. 4, 8. I've done 8 damage, which is 1 wound.
Okay, so that takes it to 3, and then you get your free move.
Oh yeah, and I can add. Oh,
Do it now, but
no. Yeah, and then on my next attack, I'll step diagonally down.
Yeah. He's carrying 8 wounds at the moment, so he needs to do 3.
Yeah, I'll miss the first one. Yeah, I missed the first one. Try hitting it again. I missed that one as well. So I will try wrist bowing it.
Oh, okay.
And a miss.
Wow, your dice must be really low.
No, that was a tough one to hit, so I did hit that one. So it is 1d6 plus 2. 8. So I've just done 11 wounds. No, 11 damage. So 4 wounds.
Yeah, that's going to kill it. Yeah, so it's gone.
And I will do my second wrist bow attack on the one directly in front of me.
Okay, yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. So hit. I've only done. Oh no, I've done 8 damage, so it'll be. Yeah, 8 damage, so 1 wound.
1 wound. Cool, that's pretty good. Aiden, you're up.
Yeah, is that one only taken 1 hit?
Yeah. And because because of the way Vicky's moved, you got a clear run now.
Well, I'm just wondering if I just go right smack bang in the middle of them.
Yeah, you can step in front of Jack.
Yeah, if I get the old silver sword out, there's a chance. So how much damage do I have to do to that bad boy to kill him?
10, 17.
Yeah, because they're 11 life each with an endurance of 7.
So,
I can't kill him with one blow with the silver sword.
No, but what you... yeah, and you've got to stick with a weapon. You can't chop and change.
Yeah.
And if I miss with any of the attacks, the chances are... No, I just keep the balls of steel, because I can clump him on the head, kill him, and then clump the next one on the head and kill him. There's a better chance of that happening.
You're also in a better position as well for your riposte.
Yeah. So, right, I'm going to clump him with my balls. That's not a hit, which I'm glad about, so I rolled a 1 and a 4.
Oh, has that gone off the cam?
Yeah, maths is hard. 8 plus 6, that's 14. Minus whatever his health is, whatever his endurance is.
Bones.
How many wounds, Vicky?
7.
7 plus 1
So that doesn't kill him anyway, does it?
takes them up to 8.
Right, next attack.
3 health left.
That's a hit. That is 9.
What, as
9
in 9 damage?
together.
Damage.
You've gone
He's
really
done
quiet there,
4
Aidan.
wounds.
One left him with 1 health left.
Yeah.
Rubbish. I'll get him when he attacks me anyway, and I'll riposte into his face.
I suppose we need to think about that more with you as well, Vicky, whether it's worth leaving you next to bad guys or not, because you've got your aggressive defence as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's something you want to do or not. Right, okay, so they're initiative 4, so they're going to go next. Do you want to roll for behaviour, Aidan?
Yeah, right.
Run away though, aren't they?
3.
They most things don't run away if they're engaged. If they're threatened, they can't. It's only like, I think crawlers can occasionally do it, depending on what they roll.
Yeah.
Sorry, Aidan, would you roll? 3?
3.
3. So scorn hunters on a 3. Each hunter with a target and those without a target, but in line of sight of one or more accursed, will not move. Those without any accursed in line of sight will move. Okay, each hunter attacks their target with kick. Those without will attack all accursed with quick shot, and quick shot can set you on fire. So basically they're going to try and kick Aidan away because they're next to Aidan. If they do manage to kick him away, they're then going to shoot him, or all the rest of us. So the first one hits on a 4+, because they're not very good at melee, and misses. So can you parry? You can't parry against a miss, can you, Aidan?
No.
So the next one misses again, and the third one misses as well with a 1.
See, I just inspire just so much terror. They're just like, no, we can't even hit him.
Well, they're not very good at melee. It's a 4, otherwise they would have hit on a 3. So then it's me. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have swapped to my crossbow. That was a bit stupid. 1, 2, 3. Let's get in the room. I'm going to fly my necroscope up next to me. And my slow golem is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 because it's so slow. And Darkness roll.
Yep. 5. I rolled something better.
Oh! I'm being a fool. My golem can actually move twice. It's not as slow as I thought. 5. Sorry, Vicky. So, Jack, you're up.
Okey-dokey.
You moving?
Let's see.
I would.
Yes.
Step in front of me.
I could step in front of you. I could step directly down left.
Yeah.
Probably polish off that.
Yeah, I agree.
So can you move me southwest, please?
Aye.
Just follow one. And once again, because Aidan is distracting them, I get my backstab ability, which is lovely. So I +1 +1 to hit, 2 extra damage. Let's aim for the one directly south of me. So now hitting on 3. 4. So, 2d6 plus 6.
Grab his dick and twist it. Twist that dick.
Oh dear. So why do they call you the cock knocker? So that 12 damage.
5 wounds.
Don't. He's got a camera now. Don't excite him.
Okay, 5 wounds. I'm going to wrist bow it next one.
Oh, is that what you call it, eh?
Okay. That's nice. 12 damage.
I think we should send your wife in again and get her to scold you again. That was quite amusing.
5 wounds.
How many wounds, sorry?
5 more.
5 more, bloody hell. Okay, he's got 1 life left.
Okay.
Or 1 health.
In that case, second axe swing at it. It's a hit. Oh, now I've got good damage out of the bloody axe.
It's dead.
Yeah, say 16 damage that one was.
Okay,
So
he's gone.
I shall cleave through to the one south of Aiden, not directly into Aiden.
He might enjoy a good cleaving, Aiden.
Enjoy cleavage.
Who does?
Ing.
Yeah, just want to prove that I have done that. So that would be 18.
18 damage.
Bloody
so
hell. 11? You've killed it. They've got 11 life.
Wanted proof of that particular roll.
Do you want to use your wrist bow in the last one?
I'm going to. The wrist bow's going on the one in the corner.
It's only got 1 health left, that one. The little pecker.
The one that got away.
Yeah.
A critical.
The old...
Wow, that's...
The old couscous himself.
You should throw 3 6s in a row.
We need to get a camera on Jack because we need proof of this.
You got me.
You will attest that I have not gone anywhere near the dice and they are all sat there. I have the mark of the beast in front of me.
Fair enough. Well, they've all been murdered. There's 6 of them and they're 5 souls each.
13.
Yeah.
So 2 of us get 7 and 2 of us get 8.
Okay, well Vicky and Aiden can get 8 because you're the first 2 on my tabs. So
Yep.
18. Jack and I both get 7. We're on 17.
No, it does mean though that the search goes to Aiden now because Jack's had his go. And there's no point waiting another turn.
Alright, okay.
So if you step forward. Is there any loot with that?
Yeah, we've got a loot card, so it's regular loot, so it probably won't be super exciting. Let's just move that was in the wrong place. So we have short sword, 1d6 plus 1 damage, cleave. It's only sells for 3, I don't suppose anyone really wants that, do they?
That only sells for 3.
Yeah, it's not great. Doesn't set the world on fire.
It doesn't even pay for a beer.
No, it doesn't. You need 5 for that. Shall we just drop it?
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, because it's just a...
Space waster.
Yeah. Right, shall I roll the old dice for the old sacrifice?
Aiden, I would step forward, unless you need to get stamina back, I'd step forward 1 first, so you're by the door.
Yeah, do that. Step me on forward.
Okay.
Roll the old dice. Roll a 5.
Ooh.
That gives me the old 10.
You rolled 5. How much life did you pour into this?
I was going to pour full 5 anyway because I wasn't going to risk it.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, 10. You're going to get a rare loot
I'm
card.
on 11 health now.
So Aiden has acquired. Ooh. It's a shame it's not a weapon, but it is. It's a crafting component. It's a Bane crystal. They're actually super rare, but it sells for 250.
What does a Bane crystal crystal do if it's super rare?
Well,
Like the dragon eyes sell for that much, and we've got loads of them. If this is rare, it might be worth keeping.
well, the Bane crystal, if you smith it into stuff, you can do. What does it do? Bane crystal. If you shove it in armor, shield, or a cloak, it gives you +2 poison resistance. That's not very good. It's better than poking the eye, but it's not great. If you shove it into. Oh, this is a shame. You can shove it into a weapon. You also have to pay 500. And it gives you +3 damage. Critical hits will also cause 1 poison. But the problem is you need +3 damage as a prerequisite. So you have to spend a whole butt ton of raw demonite shards before you can even use it. So it's actually not that useful, other than the fact that it sells for quite a lot of money. It is a shame, but it's worth a lot of money, which is good.
You got to have +3 as a beginning, because, like, for instance, my silver sword's already +2.
Yeah, if you put raw and ethereum into a weapon, you give it +1 extra damage, and then you can put another raw and ethereum in to take it to +2, and so on and so forth, up to +3. And then once you get up to +3, you can start putting weird things in, like Bane crystals, which then do more things on top. But it's such a massive investment.
Yeah, I'll take it it's worth waiting until you get like a fancy rare loot weapon to smith it properly, rather than just something you can buy from a shop.
Probably. I mean, if you're going to commit that much money and resources to a weapon, you might as well start with something that kicks ass in the first place.
Sure.
Rapier. I like my rapier. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, I mean, it may well be a rapier thing, because we need to do something with Vicky's.
Yeah, there isn't any better weapon for the way I'm going with my skill tree.
Yeah, we need to sort yours out.
There's one amongst the rare loot, but the only difference is it does +1 damage to what the standard rapier does. So, and it's made of gold, so it's better used for crafting stuff. So, if I stick with my rapier and just smith that up, that'll do me just fine.
Okay, well Aiden's got the Bane crystal in, so it weighs 1 Aiden, and it's worth 250.
Roger.
So, but you know, it's still good. It's worth a lot of money, so that's cool. So, who else is doing what? Is anyone moving around?
Yeah, there's a treasure chest as well, isn't there?
There is a chest in there. Do you want me to search it in case it's a mimic?
Yeah, you move to where you want to, and then do that, and then I'll move to the door afterwards, just in case it's the mimic.
Okay, well I will move 1, 2, 3. I'll move here because if there's a mimic, it will have to get placed to the north. Which might give me a way of moving out of the way. I'm going to need to move my necrobloat first as well and put it up here. In fact, I'm going to put it here. So I'm going to do a search. So what is it? It's another loot. So we have a. Oh, this is quite cool. This is Accursed glyph.
Oh, I like them.
Yeah, they're pretty funky. So it's a consumable. The next attack will automatically score a critical hit, so long as you do not roll a 1.
Liam, if you've got space, that might be worth you having with the crossbow, mate.
Sure. I don't know.
Only that you've got the highest potential damage output.
Okay, fair enough. Well, if no one else wants to lay claim, I will. Well,
There you go.
I can't take it actually because I've got bandages and a tentacle. I can only hold 2 things.
I can't take it. I can only hold 1 thing.
The next likely person would have been Aiden, but he's full, so by a process.
Well, I need to use a bandage. So I can pick it up next round if you see what I mean, if it's a carrying problem, if you see what I mean.
You would have been able to have used a bandage this turn. I mean, is that a good shout? I mean, it doesn't seem like a bad thing because Aiden's the only one injured, and it's unlikely we're all going to drop to the same damage as him anytime soon. Oh, is Vicky whimpering?
I just dropped my dice tray and the dice went under the radiator.
It's more
Because,
of
I mean, this thing gives auto crits. It's also good for Jack to have because he can come out stealth and just auto crit a hit and just goes for her.
it's actually a fair point that while I wouldn't use it coming out of stealth because I physically can't miss on that first attack, the follow-up attack being a crit could be entertaining.
Yeah, and against like a boss mob, that's pretty devastating.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
One where I don't know where it is.
But I mean, like I said, I need to roll for. I need to use a bandage anyway. You see, I mean, it makes sense.
What do you roll d6 and Aiden? See what you get.
6.
Nice. So Aiden's used up a bandage. That's a good investment.
Back on full health.
Okay, well we can do some juggling now then. So who wants to have this cursed glyph? Who's best holding it?
I reckon it's best on Jack.
No, does it really matter? Because we'll just divvy it up again when we get to town.
Well, we may end up using it this dungeon against the boss, so you've got to make sure
that's good against the boss. I mean, Jack can pretty much one-shot a boss with that and his stealth attack.
To be honest, yeah, that could be a big help on that front.
Okay, well Jack's got the cursed glyph then, unless anyone says nay. No.
The old cursed griff.
Okay, so Jack's got that. Are we doing anything else, or are we done in this room? I think we're it. That's it. So,
yeah.
I'm moving to the door.
Oh, of course, yeah, Vicky's not gone. So you're next to Aiden. Do you want to do a darkness roll, Vicky?
Yeah. I can now. I've got my dice back. Oh, maybe I didn't.
What?
I rolled a 1.
What?
My dice
It goes on to grey anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's very true actually. So it does. However, when we go,
will go red.
yeah. So as we go explore the next room, it will move again and go red. So there's going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully we get an event this time. It's a T junction with 2 exits. Do you want to, Aiden? Do you want to roll to see if it's monsters or event?
2.
Oh, it's monsters again.
It's like wading through treacle.
It is. Okay. We've got
It's
a
like Malifaux's spider tactics.
bit. Yeah, Ramos all over again.
Just create as many spiders as you can physically create.
Okay, well we can only have dungeon might run into itself here. I'll sort that out later. There's got to be a better way of laying it out. Maybe I need to point it the other way. Okay, who wants to go? Oh, it's monsters, isn't it? Shite. Let's get rid of those. And we have... Oh, this is horrendous. This is not great. We've got a Scorn Brute, 6 Scorn Hunters, and 1 D3 Scorn Shaman.
Oh, God. Oh, shame.
Yeah. So, do you want to roll for the 1 D3 Scorn Shaman, Jack?
I rolled a 1.
Well, that's good.
Was that for the darkness roll, not for the anything else?
Not the inevitable result will follow.
Yeah.
So did you
Monsters.
roll 1 for Shaman?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Scorn Brute, they're the big bastards, I think. So get one of those out. 6 hunters, they're literally the guys we just killed.
Back again.
So at least I don't have to write the stats out. So they'll go at the back, probably with the shaman. You might need to...
Shaman.
Sorry?
What initiative is the shaman?
Don't know yet, I'm going to fish him out. So, where is he? Pictures. You might want to think about what weapons you're going to use for this.
I think I'm going to keep the old nuts on a chain out, I think.
Why not?
Might be worth taking the crossbow and maybe stand back to.
You're going for spiky balls, Aiden?
Yeah, they're just so consistent with hitting.
The shaman is initiative 5, Vicky.
That's below the hunters, isn't it?
Yes, they are 4. Oh no, so it's higher.
So it'll go at the back of the room and the other hunter will fill that gap below.
Right, so the stats for the other guys then. So stats for the big boy, who is, what is he? He's level 3. So he has an endurance of 8. He has 1 attack, hits on a 4+, but he is strength 7, and he tends to do 2d6 damage, and crits tend to do 3d6, plus 7 on top of that.
What's his endurance?
7. Sorry, his endurance 8. He has 28 life.
Shit.
Yeah, and a move of 6 and initiative 3. And do you want to roll for a perk, Vicky?
5.
Large scale was -1 to hit. Crap.
Oh.
That's not good.
Please.
That is not good. So he's there. He's going to
We're
be...
going to have to gangbang him.
Yeah, he's going to slap us around a bit. Quite a lot, actually. And then we've got the shaman. These guys can be a real pain. They've got endurance 5. I'm not going to write the attacks because they use magic stuff. But the shaman do have 24 health as well.
24 health is what shitty death.
Yeah, they move 4 and they're initiative 5. Didn't roll for perk, Vicky.
Yeah. 6.
Mask of Madness, Mind Shatter, which is the one that gives you insanity, only needs a 3+ now to cause insanity.
Oh.
So it's not ideal. Right, what are we gonna do? We need to kill these very quickly, and we've got the big brute at the front.
Have we got any, like oil flasks, the lobbing, etc.?
That's got blessed water.
So Blessed Water does target an area of 2x2 squares with at least 1 demon in it, up to 6 squares away, and then you deal 1d6 plus 2 wounds. It is wounds to each demon in the area.
So it will soften things up, but it's not going to kill them, unfortunately.
No.
But that's just about all we've got.
I mean, it might make taking out the hunters quite easy with ranged weapons. I'm going to flick to crossbow, switch to crossbow by the way. You've also got your Accursed glyph.
Yeah, the Accursed glyph I'm going to have to try as against the big guy. Remember, I'm not in stealth, can't go into it, so my effectiveness is reduced.
Oh crap, did you not go into it? Oh, you couldn't.
I ended the round, that's the problem.
Ah, bollocks. We do get a rare loot card out of this though, so there are some good spoils.
Silver lining! Love it.
If we live.
Either way, there's only one thing I can possibly do. we're going to go and kick the big thing in the bollocks and see what happens.
Okay.
You're gonna use the old glyph straight off the bat and just crit hit him, just fucking.
Well,
I'm gonna pick my gun up this time, just so everyone's aware.
okay. Well, yes, I certainly may as well. I think would be the answer. So
Yeah, I reckon so, because this thing's as hard as a boss almost, isn't it?
Yeah, he's boss material.
For the record, I wish I hadn't.
You rolled a 6 to hit, didn't you?
Well,
That's the way it goes. The curse.
What are you rolling for?
I just used the glyph.
Yeah.
I rolled to attack the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 6 anyway.
Do you still have the roll if you use the glyph?
Yeah, because if you roll a 1, you still fail.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay. So it's a crit hit from Jack. The glyph is gone.
So that is because of my axe. That's an extra 2d6 on there. Not 2d6, 2 on the 2d6.
Yeah.
Ethan.
You've got your back, haven't you?
I have got backstab. This is not targeting me, so that's put me on 2d6 plus 8. 2d6 plus 8.
Well, it's maximum damage, isn't it? So it's 20 damage.
Well, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Minus its endurance, of course.
8. So
That's
12.
12 damage. That's
Yeah.
like half its health in one go.
That's really decent.
Okay, second axe hit. It's a hit. So 2d6 plus 6.
Yeah.
5 and fucking hell. 9. 17 would be that. I got a 5 and a 6.
Nice.
So that'd be 9 wounds?
Yes, it would. 9 wounds on top of that.
Just still get your back stab.
Yeah. It's not told.
So it's on 21 wounds at the moment, I think.
Right, I'm not entirely sure that my wrist bow is going to scratch it, to be honest, but we'll give it a shot.
I would use on something different.
I'm trying to take out the big thing. It's been on sat
No,
there.
hang on. So it's got what, 8 endurance? What's your wrist bone maximum damage? 8.
Yeah, I would hit something else and let her take care of the remaining
I'm not going to kill anything else.
wounds. No, but you can soften it up.
Yeah, but if I kill that thing, if one of you can get through and try and take something out. If I don't,
Yeah.
then I'm kind of sat there.
It's a good shout. I mean, if Jack does get lucky and clears a path, you guys can then slam into the other ones. Well, if you can get there, presumably.
I'm going to give it a go because I want the +1 to hit. So,
Even though it's -1 to hit.
exactly the same either way, but having rolled a 4, I've still hit it. Because of that. 4, 8, 10. That one.
2 more wounds. Oh, he's only got 2 life left. 2 health.
I could have done without knowing what I need to do. The hit. So, 1. Ooh, that's not bad at all. That's 11.
Done it.
3 wounds.
3 wounds. Just nipped it. Nice. Ooh. Because that would have been horrible with 2d6 or 3d6 damage +7.
That's what I was worried about because while my arm had gotten better, it's not that great.
Yeah.
And I don't have full stamina available.
Cool, and that sets up Vicky and Aidan up nicely. Vicky, you're up. What's that, Vicky?
I picked my gun up and now I go stay present.
Well, I mean, it was pretty unlikely that was going to happen. I mean, he's had some pretty savage rolls on that. The shaman has 24 life and endurance of 5.
Well, I might try and attack him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if I step forward 4, do my rapier attacks on the hunters.
Yep.
Do that first, and then I will try and I'll use both my wrist bow and my gun on the shaman. So
How are you gonna play this? Are you looking to soften hunters up for Aiden, or are you looking to pile onto one and try to kill it outright?
well, I've only got 2 attacks, so I can just hit. Well, if I just hit the one in front of me and see what happens,
Okay.
or do you want me to hit the one to the either side?
I think it depends how you and Aiden are going to play, whether you're going to tag team or isolate and take out individuals.
Okay, let me hit the one to the east, because I'm going to step back and Aiden can take my space.
Yeah, and then I can just flail around like a big black knight.
Yeah. Also, if Aiden manages to end up where you are right now, Vicky, he will tie down 3 as well, which could be useful.
Yeah.
But you've also got your aggressive defense. Remember.
Yeah. And I rolled 6 for damage. So 6. So I did 10 damage to it.
So that's 3 wounds. Is that the one in the middle in front of you?
That is the one to the east.
Okay. It's one by the door. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to use my skill on that, because I might as well. So that's another 5 wounds on that.
Cool. So he's on 8.
Later.
They only have 11 life.
Opportunity to clave.
It's not. You can fall.
Oh. That's fine. Do you want me to
And try and finish it off?
Aiden, or do you want me to try and finish it off?
Either's good. Either's good, because with the old...
To be honest, they're going to go before you, aren't they? So if I try and finish it off, so it's 1 less attack on us.
Well, they're only initiative 4, so
yeah, I'll go before then.
He smashes that now.
Okay, well I'll hit the one in front of me then.
Okay.
And then dive to the side using your old bouncy move thing.
Yeah. I've hit. That's 7 damage.
Nice. That's really high.
Damage, though, not wound.
Oh right, sorry. So they're endurance 7, so it won't scratch it.
No. Okay, so I will bounce to the diagonally back one to the west.
So you're in front of Jack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, unless you want me to just step to the side so I can use my...
Yeah, just step to the side.
Yeah, move me forward 1.
Because you can use your wrist gun in combat if you're threatened.
Wow.
Right then, so...
Yeah. Okay, so I'm now going to use my Widow's Guard and attempt to hit the shaman.
Yeah.
So I have hit 1d6 plus 1, my perception of 3, so it'll be 1d6 plus 4 in total. So I've done 9 damage. What's its endurance?
5, so 4 wounds.
Yeah.
You would probably have to step back actually, Vicky, as opposed to the side, because I think the corner of the wall is just going to screw up your line of sight a bit.
Oh, I was stepping the other side.
Oh, okay. So what, stepping? There we go. That works. Anything else? Are you done?
No, I've got 2 wrist crossbow attacks now.
Okay. Are you looking to finish anything off or soften up more stuff?
The shaman.
Shaman, cool.
So I've hit. That'll be 1d6 plus 5. So I've done 8 damage.
Another 3.
And then hit. Oh. 1 wound.
Okay, Aidan, you're up. That's pretty cool.
Right,
There's a lot of
okay, so
wounds.
let's have a think about this. So I could take the old silver sword out, and there's a chance I could cleave. If I'm really lucky, I can kill two. Well, I'm still probably best with the old balls of death than just guaranteeing that because one I'm definitely going to kill, and the second one there's a chance that if I roll decent damage, I'll murder that one as well.
You've got to elect your weapon as well before the combat
Yeah,
kicks
that's
off.
why I say that's what I mean. I've got to elect it before.
What were you on? Silver balls? Spiky balls?
So I mean, I've got to decide which weapon I'm going to use before I charge in.
Yeah, you have to do it before any of us start attacking because it goes at step 4 in the trade and change equipment phase, and step 5 is when the turn.
Oh, right,
So
okay.
you're not allowed to hedge your bets sort of thing. You kind of have to commit to something before all hell breaks
It
loose.
happens. All right, that's fine. I've got my balls just running. I'll still kill two. I'm hard.
Okay, are you going as the crow flies then next to Vicky?
Straight in, straight down their throats.
Which one are you hitting?
Huh?
Which one are you hitting?
I'll hit the injured one first.
Okay.
So that's one hit. Doing. Math's hard.
Vicky's already done 8 wounds on it.
I've just done another 14 damage, whatever that is.
Minus the 7 is another 7, plus Vicky's is going to kill it.
Cool. And then the next one in front of me. Let's see. So what do I need to roll to actually kill it? What's its...
You would need 18, because it's got 11 health and 7 endurance.
Ah, right, okay. There's a 1 in 36 chance this is going to happen. No.
Not with that. 5.
4 wounds.
Okay, that's still 4 wounds though.
Yeah.
And you guys both have like riposte attacks as well. Oh.
Yep.
How many wounds did you put in the shaman, Vicky? Was it 5?
5, yeah.
Okay.
Out of how many?
Shaman's got 24. It's quite good.
Okay, well, let's soften it up.
Yeah, no, that's decent. So the hunters are initiative 4, the shaman's 5, so it's the shaman next. Do you want to roll for behaviour, Vicky?
Okay.
So,
I rolled a 6.
So they're going to use Mind Shatter, which is the thing that now does its voodoo on 3+. So the shaman rolls 1d6 for each of their mind points. It has 4 mind points. With each 3+ now, 1 insanity is caused. And the target will also roll 1d6 for each of their mind points and negate 1 insanity for every 6 scored. Do you want me to try and suck this up?
Yeah, I've only got like 7 sanity, so that's my Achilles heel, it's my kryptonite.
Likewise.
I think you feeble-minded as well.
Okay, well I'll have a go then. So 3+ is oh, that's shite. It's done 3 on me. So I've then got to roll 2, 4, 6, 8. I've got 9 dice to try and mitigate some of this. I need 6s. A lot of them. I've got 2. This dice is cocked, so I get another dice roll. It's a 5, so I've taken 1 insanity off that, which is pretty decent.
No Home of Nightmares. Neither Home of Nightmares.
I don't think you could wear it though, because it would be heavy armour.
Yeah, it would mess me up. That's alright, I've got a superior mind. I'm like Lex Luthor to that dude. So we've then got all the hunters. So who wants to take an arrow to the knee?
Yeah, you can shoot me, because it'll just bounce off my armour.
Okay, so do you want to roll for behaviour, Aidan? 4. So they're going to kick you and then shoot you. So 1 next to Aidan is going to need a 4+ to hit, which he does.
I'm going to parry that bad boy. am going to succeed. So let me take a stamina off. So does that mean I've now hit and now I roll an attack, don't I?
Yep.
Oh no!
What? What have you got? Is it rolled? It's rolled off the camera. Your first use of riposte and you get snake eyes.
Brilliant, eh? Right, so
Yourself with the flail.
yeah. So how does this work? I just whack myself, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
So right, okay. So I do 4, 10. I do 1 wound to myself.
Have you used the bandages yet?
I've used 1 bandage, but I've only done 1 wound to myself, so I'm just like, whatever.
Aidan rolled a 6 on this bandage roll, which is pretty
Yeah.
good.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay, the next one's going to kick Vicky. So, Vicky, you've received a good kicking. It's a 6. So it's actually going to push you away as well. What do you want to do? It's 1d6 damage plus 5.
I will evade.
Okay. Which is good because I rolled a 6. Ouch.
That's fine, because that means it's done 11, doesn't it? Which I mitigate.
Yeah, so on a crit hit, also move the Accursed in a free adjacent square away from them, so it's pushed you back.
And then I get to do my attack, don't I?
You would, but do you not need to be next to it?
I have the rapier. I get a free move.
Oh, cheese! Smell the cheese.
I can pop it in.
So you're moving.
Attempt to hit her.
You're moving back in, are you?
Nothing like a good bit of Edam in the morning.
That's
So
a
I've hit it.
smelly bit of Stilton, that is.
I've hit it and I've done 9 damage.
Blue veiny one as well.
9 damage. So that's 2 wounds, Vicky, with your smelly Stilton.
The old veiny Stilton.
I like the fact that Jack's laughing at your smelly Stilton. Anyway, so we got 4. We got 3 more who can shoot stuff. So Jack, do you want to take a hit?
Yeah, go on then.
So they hit on 3+ on range, so a bit better. So let's hit you with a 5. 1d6 damage plus 5.
Okay, I think I'm going to evade.
Okay. So it's 5 plus 3.
Okay, I'm fine.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have moved my necrobloat. Why am I not doing this?
You would have moved it, so move it now.
I know, I'm a fool. Just keep forgetting about the fact I've got minions. So a hit on me.
It's go.
So
If we'd realised the rest of us had missed a turn, would have stopped and moved it, so...
But it's a floating ball sack. It's not like it's hard to miss.
The old
Maybe don't put it in front of the archers. You don't want your ball sack being targeted.
Well, there's a good shout actually. Should I just take the hit instead? Because it's going to help me to hit those things. I mean, I've got a decent chance of taking out the shaman, so should I just keep it out of the way? Should I take this shot instead?
I've missed the question. What's the question?
Well, if the necrobloat dies, it's harder for me to hit. If it survives, I get +1 hit and I get an extra damage. So am I worth taking the hit myself from the arrow so that I can put more damage onto the shaman and try and kill it off?
Yes.
Rest of you?
You know what my opinion on the damn shaman is.
Okay, well I'm going to take this hit then. So it rolls to hit me. It's rolled a 4, so it's hit me. I'm going to evade. And it's done 5, it's done 10. So my evasion will suck all of that dry, which is good. Someone else needs to take a hit.
Yeah, shoot me.
Aidan, you're hit with a crit. So it's actually going to set you on fire, isn't it?
Yeah. Can I parry or block that or do something because I've got a shield?
You can try and parry it and negate the attack entirely, but if you don't, you will be on fire.
Well, we'll do that then. Yay!
Okay. Can you riposte against ranged guys, or is it just the guy melee hitting you?
I better double check I can actually riposte against ranged people, to be honest.
Jack was just saying that.
Smell the cheese. Oh, I've just realised that I should be a few more shots in at this point.
Where is my... Oh, where did I download it all to?
Well, I can
Go
have
to
a look
my
for you.
Rapui drive.
If you have a shield equipped, you may parry instead of evading a melee attack.
Right.
So, do you want to evade, or is there no point? You just use your base armor.
Well, my base armor's only 4 if it's a crit.
This is very true.
I might as well evade it then. So, because that'll at least mitigate some of the damage. Let's have a look at my evasion. My evasion's 4.
So that will reduce the health by 2, or reduce the wounds by 2.
Yeah. So that's a reduction of 6 in total. So how much damage does it do?
So are you saying you've got 6 evasion points in total?
No, 6 damage reduction in total.
Okay, so it's done. What's it done? So it rolls 1d6. So it's rolled a 5 plus 5 is 10, and it also sets you on fire.
So it's done 4 damage to me plus 5. Right, okay. What does the fire do?
Burns you.
I know that much.
Can I just? I'm just going to clap that. At the start of your turn, you take 1d3 wounds, and then you flip the fire token. At the start of the following turn, you take another 1d3 wounds, and then it burns out.
Oh, right, okay, so it's potentially up to another 6 wounds. Oof.
Yeah, and it is wounds, it's not damage.
Yeah.
Okay, we got one more arrow, is it? Have I done that right?
I'll take it.
Okay, Vicky has been hit.
I'll evade.
So it's 2 plus 5, 7.
I'm okay.
Then it's me. No, it's not. It's the shaman, because I'm crap. So, do you want to roll for behaviour, Aidan?
What about the column?
2.
Shaman has a 2. So, each shaman will heal the most wounded scorn in line of sight, including itself, by 1d3 plus mind. Its mind is 4.
So that'll be itself.
That's a pain. Do you want to roll the dice, Vicky?
Guess so.
First Dutch has been sponsored by the
5. Mine's 4. It didn't matter what I rolled, it was going to heal.
Yeah, he's got all his life back, the bastard. So my go, well, it's unlikely I'll kill the shaman now. What do you want me to do? Start laying into it, or try and finish off some hunters?
No, destroy the shaman. Before it kills the hunters.
So I normally hit on a 5. I get a +1 from the crossbow and from the scrote, so I hit on a 2+. Oh, fuck's sake. A 1? Do I get 2 attacks? How many attacks do I get? I get 2 attacks. Okay, so go again. It's a 3, so that hits 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage on the shaman, less the 5. 8 wounds, is it?
Yeah.
I could have had him if that other one had hit and he hadn't healed himself.
What other tricks have you got?
I don't, that's it.
Well, that's the golem.
Yes,
Golem goes next.
true, he can
Don't
move.
go in the top 7.
1, 2, he could go 1, 2, 3, 4, so he could go there. And then I could move him again, so 1, 2... Are we going to go south or are we going to go east once we kill these lot?
East.
Then I will not move the golem again because he'll get in the way.
The shaman should have 8 wounds, not 7.
Okay. Well, if we're going to go east, I won't move the golem at all because if where he is, he's just going to block me. So I will leave him next to me here. Right, that's it. Darkness roll. Do you guys want to finish off this lot and then call it for the night?
Yeah, that makes sense, since it's 20 past 10.
Yeah.
I'm going to have work tomorrow. It's great.
You on gardening leave at the minute, are you?
No, I just have a week's holiday that I said I was going to take, even though I handed my notice in. Which they have to let me do anyway.
Or they got to pay you for it, take your pick.
Yeah.
So technically, yes.
I mean, I could have worked the week and then they'd have still had to pay me the holiday, so I could have made a bit of money out of it, but it's quite nice having a week off between jobs.
Right. When I swapped companies between CHC to Bristow, I had 5 weeks leave I hadn't taken.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've still got 2.5 weeks that I've not taken.
Yeah, they screeched incessantly when they realised they had to pay me 5 weeks' wages, and then tried to wangle the way out of it. I was laughing until Mr. Taxman came along and shoved his tax-sized dildo up my bottom.
Most likely.
Oh, taxes are horrible.
But I felt like a weekend millionaire. So basically got 2 months' pay in one go.
Right, darkness roll.
Right.
Oh, it's not me.
Haven't we?
Have we done it? I don't think we did do it, do we?
We
No.
have not done it for this round, so
It's Jackal yourself, Liam.
go with the spinner.
You want to go with the spinner?
The old meat swing.
Probably on a 1.
Oh, hang on. I need to go retrieve my mouse because I left it at the other end of the room when we had all the technical jazz going on. Okay, so the spinner. Set that going. You get the old Twitch lag.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's a 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's pretty decent. So back to Jack.
Right. If you move me southeast by 2, I should be able to get in place to whack the one in front of Aiden.
Right.
Not to keep the shaman further.
Give him the old shanking.
He's already got 4 wounds, this chap.
Take one out, keep it good. Take one out, keep it
Yeah.
good.
So, right, off we go with the whacking. That is a 5, so that's a hit.
The old thwapping.
2d6 plus 6. Oh dear, 11 total.
Take
So-
7.
Second, 4 wounds.
Got 3 for
4 wounds. Okay, that takes him up to 8.
Axe part 2. say, are they all -1 to hit?
Shouldn't be.
No, I think they set you on fire if they crit.
Okay, I'm alright then. I rolled a 3, but because it's backstab, that does hit. Get +1 to hit on it. So 2d6 +6 again. That's cocked. The other one was. So, oh god, that is the worst roll I've done all evening.
Okay, guys.
No, not quite. It's a 1 and a 2. So I did 8 total.
6 down. 1 wound.
So 1 wound.
Wound.
Okay.
Right, I shall bring at it.
I've written something out.
Right. Get Aiden in position. You're going to kill
Oh, yeah,
things
okay.
here.
Yeah.
So, wrist bow at that one. I know you love spreading it down. That is a hit. That was shit. 7 damage, so nothing, I assume.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a bit more like it. That's 11 damage, so 4 more wounds.
It's dead.
It is dead. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, another one bites the dust. You got anything else left, Jack, or is that it?
Well, I can throw my holy water at the bottom corner if you'd like me to.
Do we need to? Do we need to?
I don't think so.
That's it, otherwise no. But I think
No, probably not at this point. We can just wail in.
we can. The only thing I'd be saying is the blessed water actually isn't all that good. So,
I just critted the one in front of me with my rapier.
Lovely.
So that is 6, that's 10, so that's 3 wounds.
Okay, that takes it up to 5.
Try and do the same again. No. I missed.
Are you still holding your gun, Vicky? Or
I am, yes.
are you going to shoot it in the face?
I'm going to shoot the shaman.
Shooting the shaman, okay.
No. Yeah. Can be used even when adjacent to
fair
enemies.
enough, believe it.
Okay, so I'm going to start with my Widow's Guard.
Yeah.
And annoyingly, I've critted the thing. So my gun now jams. But that is another 10 to 5 wounds.
5 wounds. Vicky, you probably could have done your wrist gun, couldn't you, on the one you just crit previously? You've not used it.
Yeah.
Not used it yet, so you get an extra D6 wounds.
Okay. We'll add that. That's another 2 wounds to the injured hunter.
Yep. And
okay, and then I'm going to use my wrist crossbow on the shaman.
Yep.
So I've hit 1d6
This run through was sponsored by Aiden's belch.
Brought to you by Shahalian.
I did 2 wounds with the first wrist crossbow and then I missed with the second attack.
Was that on the shaman?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's up to 15 wounds now. That's pretty decent. Hopefully it'll
9.
drop this turn.
9.
Okie doke, so Aiden.
I am dropping my gun now though.
Yeah, well it's jam now, isn't it? Until the end of combat.
Yeah.
Aiden, you can move if you want to spend 2 stamina because it would let you tumble. Otherwise, you're next to 1. The tumbling is 2 stamina.
It is. I've only got 3 stamina though. That's the thing.
The one next.
Liam, isn't he standing still to recover a stamina?
Yeah, but if he moves this turn, he won't be able to stand still.
But he's not moving, is he? He's tumbling.
Tumbling is a movement. It's a movement of 1 space. It just happens to cost you 2 stamina to do it.
Well, we've discussed this before and it wasn't a movement.
I think it is a movement. I'm happy to be proven wrong.
All these costs of movements make me want to have a poo.
Why don't you have a poo whilst we check the... No, hold it in a bit longer. Let's just check.
The old movement. Gurgle, gurgle.
Oh God, where's tumbling? Can't find it. Evasion tumble. So a tumble can be used to avoid the effects of a melee or ranged attack completely. Oh, hang on.
Oh, so I could have tumbled from that crit hit earlier, could I?
Yeah,
No,
if
it was a ranged monster.
you can, as long as you can get out of line of sight of the ranged attack.
Oh, yeah, that would have worked.
Where were we looking? I can't find the pesky rule. Threat area, is it in here somewhere? The only way for an accursed to break threat is to tumble away from their current square by spending 2 stamina points before their movement phase and moving their miniature to any square.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does clearly say before their movement phase.
So I can tumble in for 2, go, haha, I'm not moving, this is my movement phase, get 1 back, and then flail my balls about.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I'd imagine the majority of people are wanting to move out of threat range and then run away.
Yeah.
So they would have run back. The only reason I questioned it is because I'm sure we've had that argument before, because I said it was movement and you told me I was wrong.
Yeah, you also told me before that tumbling was your entire movement phase, but to be honest, I just think that's a Liam.
Yeah, but don't you enjoy hardcore rules? I mean, you know, I'm prepping you for what should be a hard game, which is now a relatively easy game because you're so good at it.
Alright then, well bollocks to it, so I will tumble in, then have a breath, and then whack him with my balls.
Are you going to do some heavy breathing?
Yes. Here we go. Right, so which one's worth whapping first?
Well,
The one that's been hit, the one that's taken 5 already, yeah?
It's taken 7, the one in front of Vicky.
Yeah, it's only got 4 wounds left.
Nope. And there's another one in front of me that. Right, okay. Let's okay, let's go. Oh dear, missed my first attack.
Oh God.
Second attack. Hit him. Doing. Ooh.
You need that dice tray, man.
Maths is hard. 14.
He's dead. Take 7. So you've done 7 wounds to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to get Aidan a better weapon. We need to get him cleaving.
He's got the other weapon. He just didn't take it.
Yeah, well, I've got the sword, but the thing is, so it doesn't guarantee the hits. That's the thing. I mean, when I've got the old flail out, I very rarely miss. I think I've only missed 2 attacks the entire session.
You and Vicky are also suffering with like the 7-8 endurance on your D6 weapons. We really need to get Vicky's rapier and your silver sword smithed up to do like an extra D6 damage.
Yeah, I mean, if we get the silver sword up to D6 damage, then it's a real monster.
Oh, I've lost Skype. I'm just gonna Skype you guys back in. Give me a sec. Come on, Skype. Let's get them back. Okay, here we go. Hey, we're back.
Hey!
Have we got Aidan as well? Are you there, Aidan?
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude.
I've had every technical glitch possible tonight. So basically, the battery ran out on my Surface, but usually I get a bit of warning, and I got nothing.
I was right. I was like, I bet the battery's died.
You're telling us on the one occasion where you didn't put Batman gifts, you're
Oh, it's shocking, isn't it? Absolutely shocking. It's what happens when you break ritual. Sorry, who got interrupted? I think Aidan was talking about stuff, weren't you, or something?
Yeah.
Sil-
But have you got another attack, Aidan?
No, that was my 2 attacks.
Okay.
Okay. With that dramatic ending.
Yeah.
So, is it the Shaman next? Yeah, initiative 5. Do you want to roll for behaviour, Vicky?
3.
So, each scorn moves until one or more cursed in line of sight, and then they use fire gaze, even if they're adjacent to someone.
Oh. Aidan, did you roll your fire?
I did not. Let me roll that. 1. Hey.
Cool.
Yay.
So 1 wound, and then
I'm on 10 now.
you've only got to do that one more go. What, you're on 10 health or 10 wounds?
I'm on 10 health.
Okay, so who wants to take a fire gazer hit? The Shaman rolls 1d6, which will hit on a 3+, and it will deal d6 plus mind, which is 4 fire wounds.
The question here is, can it see me?
No.
No.
So what's going to go in my place? I could tumble down and out of the way once it tried it.
Oh, but Aidan could do the same, couldn't he?
I could do the same. It will leave me stamina-less, but that's a bad boy attack, isn't it? I mean, that in theory could kill any of us pretty much if it rolled a 6.
It would do 10 wounds straight off the bat.
Yeah.
It would damn near kill me.
It will kill me.
Only 3 hunters left, so the rest of us can take the hunters off you.
Well, I mean, actually, I could take it and stick it on a minion.
Yeah.
Fair point, you could drop it on the golem.
Yeah.
Golem's not in line of sight, but the Scrope could take it.
Take it on the old saggy sack.
Yeah, the Scrope's also -1 to hit. Hits on a 3+, so here we go, fire gaze. It's a 4, so it's going to hit my Scrope. Oh, that didn't come out right.
Well, it's going to be effectively like drop mid-shower gel right onto the bollocks.
Well, that was 8 wounds, so even though my Scrote is enhanced at level 2, it's still got incinerated. So, but I get 2 life back, which is cool, and I have to do an insanity test.
Is that from the developer?
The smell of the burnt Scrote has not phased me. My mind is still intact.
I don't know, I'd always imagine a sweaty hair. I mean, come on, let's face it, burnt pubic hair and sweat on a ball the size of your head. That is not going to be nice.
Oh, I think I need to kill Skype again. So the Shaman's gone, it's now down to the hunters. Who wants to take an arrow to the knee?
I will.
I will.
That was very meek. Vicky has been...
Oh, to be fair, it's ranged, I wouldn't want to.
Oh, do you want to roll for behaviour, Vicky? Probably doesn't make much difference. Might affect Aidan, he might get a kicking.
5.
Yeah, they're going to kick if they can. So you've been hit. It will do 1d6 plus 4 damage. No, +5.
I'll evade.
Well, who's not?
So they've done 7 in total.
No, I didn't.
Aidan, are you taking an arrow to the knee?
Oh, take an arrow to the knee.
And it has hit you. What do you want to do?
Yeah, just.
I'm
Okay.
gonna- You're going to ride it. So
Sorry.
10 damage.
That's
No, no,
one.
guys,
That's only 1 damage to me.
Sorry, Vicky?
is he kicking Aiden as opposed to arrowing him, which means Aiden can parry?
That is a very good point.
In which case he wouldn't have hit me on a 4, would he? Or would he?
He would have hit you on melee hits on 4+, so still would have hit you.
Oh right, okay. In that case, I'll give it a parry, which I've done. So I'll thwap in, which I've done, and that'll do. That's a big hit. 16 damage.
Nice. Good shout, Vicky. So minus the 7 is 9.
Fine.
But he's already damaged loads, so he's dead. Hmm?
No, he's not. Those wounds belong to the shaman.
Oh, good point. So,
However, I have only 1 stamina left now because obviously I'm burning through it like there's no tomorrow.
okay, so he's on 9 wounds. Do you want to giggle?
What's that?
My phone nearly ran out of battery too. But it made a funny noise and reminded me, so it's all good. Unlike my expensive Surface Pro. Anyway, there's one more arrow to be taken to someone's knee. Jack is visible, as am I. Who wants?
Sorry, I am visible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack's turn.
Jack's turn. Jack has been hit. What do you want to do?
Okay, I shall
Okay.
evade it.
Okay. So it's done 6 in total.
No, it has.
Okay. So that's done. It's then my go. I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna get my scrote back because I need a scrote. So I'll spend those 3. Pop him back up.
Could you try and take out the one in front of Aiden? Simply because I can slip in then.
I can do that, or I can hit the shaman. Which would you prefer?
Well, I'm just thinking if the first attack goes at the one in front of Aiden, I can get in, cleave the shaman, and go after the other 2.
Okay.
Shaman, Shaman's safer.
Shaman, do they make toilet paper?
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what I intend to do with it.
Okay, shaman, shaman. I hit on the 2+, and I've scored a crit. I think he's probably annihilated. I'm not even going to bother adding that up.
Either way, yeah.
So my next shot, do you want me to put it on a shaman or someone else?
Shaman, please.
Shaman, I've rolled a 3, which will hit with the bonuses I've got, and then 2d6 damage. It's pretty high. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Less 11 wounds. He's dead, isn't he? He's already on 15. He's only got...
Life is 24, was it?
Yeah, so he's dead.
Bang on the money.
26, he's got. 15 plus 11,
Oh.
26.
He
Yeah.
is dead. So, yeah, I quite like that crossbow. So, darkness roll, whoever's rolling it, or is it the spinner?
Dinner.
Okay. Technology, don't fail me again. Off it goes. When the Twitch lag catches up.
It's spinning.
Is it
3
spinning?
again.
Okay, that's cool. Lovely.
Right.
Are you slipping in?
Yep. So south one, southwest another. Now I'll just glide my way in and then wave about my big chopper.
Are you going to use your big chopper and the one at the rear?
I am, yeah. So I'm starting back to front. Crit.
You critted it.
Sorry.
That is 18 damage, isn't it?
More than that. It's just backstab act. That's 4 strength. It's 20 damage, in fact.
Okay, and you did 18. It's dead.
Bloody hell. Okay. One shot.
Leave.
Critted it again. Yep.
Yes.
It's also dead.
Have you critted it again?
Yep.
Bloody hell. Okay, so we've got loads of souls to add up here. So the brute was 14 souls. The hunters, of which there were 6, were 5 souls each. And the shaman was 10 souls.
54. 30. Two of us get 13 and two of us get 14.
Okay, well let's do 13 to Vicky and Aidan this time.
Woo!
So, you on 31, Vicky?
I don't know what I was on, so I'm just going to say yes.
You were on 18 before.
Everybody is on 31.
Yeah, cause,
Yeah, they would be.
yeah, that's right, because it catches everyone up, doesn't it? Okay, cool. And we get a rare loot. So hopefully we're going to get a kick-ass weapon this time. I think we're due one. Oh no, it's not even particularly. Well, it's okay. It's Aidan is a bastard sword.
Hey, I like it just because of its name.
3+ strength, sword made of steel. It does 1d6 plus 3 damage and cleave. You may equip this sword in 2 hands. It causes 1 plus 1d6 damage on attacks, but suffers -1 to hit. So it's a hand and a half weapon. So you can have it in one hand and do 1d6 plus 3, or you can have it in 2 hands and do 2d6 plus 3 with a -1 to hit. That's pretty cool.
It basically does the same as my silver sword, but every now and again I can go full hand and drop my shield. Do I have to have? I have to have my shield out to parry. So
Yeah, it's not amazing, but it's not crap either. It sells for 50.
It's worth taking with us.
Yeah, we'll take it with us. It's worth 50. It's worth 10 pints of beer.
Okay, so is Aidan taking a bastard sword then?
Yeah.
What a bastard. Right, is that a good place to call it?
I think it is.
I think the three of us need to finish our turn rather than stopping mid-turn.
No, that's a good shout. So where are we going to go?
I think Aidan should go to the door and open it.
Are we talking about the one to the one to the east?
Yeah.
Okay. That gives me time to sort out that mess. Vicky, where are you off to?
I need to start thinking about stamina as well. That's the other problem.
Well, in which case, Aidan, do you want to stay still instead?
I reckon I should stay still and get at least a stand back. Because I'm only on 1. And I'm only on 9 hit points and I need to do my little fire jobby as well. So I took 2 that time. So I'm only on 7 hit points. So I need to start thinking about using another bandage.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Sorry, Vicky?
Why doesn't Aidan use that now?
Yeah, so I'll rest. So I get stamina back and use a bandage. Which I got a 5.
You doing really well on those. So Aidan now has 1 bandage left. He's used 2.
Yeah, so I'm doing that. So, but I'm on 13 hits.
Okay.
13 hits, 2 stamina. So I've actually taken a bit of a pummeling this dungeon.
Throwing it out there. Ada can rest and still move forward to and open the door.
Is opening a door not a...
That's a good shout actually, because in your attack phase you can actually move as well. So it's a bit like a run. So in your movement phase, Vicky's right. You could rest up, and then in your movement,
Okay.
and in your
Yeah, I'll do that as long as I can use my bandage as well.
yeah, you can use consumables before or after either of your 2 phases.
Okay, cool.
And I'm doing the same. I'm resting, and then I think I'm only going to step forward 2 though, because that'll give Jack space to move through.
I'm not going to be moving very far. Bear in mind, I'm on 1 stamina. I'm going to have to rest next turn.
In which case, I'll step forward another 1.
Okay. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 because I don't need stamina. I'm gonna put the scrope next to me, and the golem to the north just to block that off. Cool. I think we're kind of done there, aren't we?
Alright.
What I was thinking, I was originally going to beef the golem up, but I'm kind of thinking there's no point because I think he's just a useful rear blocker because he's too big. He just gets in the way all the time.
Yeah, he's really slow as well.
Well, I think he's
Not
pretty much...
anymore. He gets 2 movements.
I do think he's pretty much there just in case you're running a necromancer as a solo run.
You can do some cool things. I mean, one of the upgrades is you can get him to crunch down into a ball and then roll him down a corridor, and he does like 3d6 damage or whatever to everything he rolls over.
I like it. You can go bowling.
It can go bowling with him, and then he blows up at the end. So, but the problem is with the number of bodies in each tile, you can't do it unless I'm always at the front.
Yeah, that's a laugh. Let's put the spellcaster on the front line.
So I'm kind of thinking of having 2 balls because 2 balls is better than 1, and they're quite useful.
Yep.
Okay, well I might invest more in spells then, and I'll keep the golem because I think as a level 1 skill it's useful to have something defending the rear. But
Yeah, that's good.
I won't pile any more into it. Cool.
Yes, spell helps.
Yeah.
Right, thanks again guys. Sorry that I was pretty inept with the technology this evening.
It's all good, man.
It's entertaining.
It was very quiet when you guys all disappeared.
We didn't disappear. We were still talking.
Oh, of course. So
Yep.
I just abandoned you in your couscous.
The old couscous and Chahalian.
Right, I'm going to kill the YouTube recording, so bye bye YouTube.
Ciao.